Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 20th. This week, we're just going to jump right in here and take a look at your current general energies in this first row. We're going to look at anything unexpected in your second row. And then we're going to look at any advice for the Mercury retrograde that will be coming up on the 27th. Even though that's next week, we are still in, we're going to be in the Mercury shadow, basically. By the time you're watching this video, we're in the Mercury retrograde shadow period, so you might as well learn about it now, right, and what to do. But Aquarius, let's see. Also, as I've been saying, if I remember, I'm going to pull 3 yes or no question cards at the end. I've only forgotten for one sign so far, so I'm doing pretty good, but let's see here. Aquarius, what's going on for you? You have this Wish Upon a Star card in your current general energies. Definitely could be a wish coming in for you. I would make a wish here with this energy. There's a certain energy here of like really pushing yourself, I would say. Even here, you have this Come to the Edge card at the end. It kind of represents, pushing yourself to the point where you would normally stop and going a little bit further. So I feel that, that's where we experience true growth, right? I always say to people, if I were to curl this pen right here, it's like my muscles would not get very big. But if I were to curl something else, my muscles would get a lot bigger, right? So that's like what this represents. It says to grow, you have to push yourself past a point. And I feel like that's what some of you are doing here. But I feel like this card here is like saying, make your wish and then make it bigger. Make it something that's going to be harder to accomplish, right? You have the Queen of Swords, the Chariot, and the Page of Pentacles here. There is some moving energy here. So for those of you that are moving, looks pretty good. If you're like worried about moving or traveling during the retrograde, I wouldn't really worry about it because, again, it looks pretty good. Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, world, really stable travel, very clear with the Queen of Swords. Chariot, definitely very good for traveling, moving. Six of Swords, same thing. Very good for traveling, moving. So it looks pretty good if you're thinking about traveling or moving. But with the Queen of Swords, Chariot, and Page of Pentacles here, it's like needing to get moving forward. Too much indecision here. I feel like I said this to you in your last reading here, Aquarius. Page of Pentacles, I keep seeing, I see the same thing that I saw for you, like in your last reading that I did for you. It's like I see someone almost like looking at something. It's kind of weird because it's almost like I see this like magnifying glass in my head, but it's not like a magnifying glass, whatever. But I feel like someone is like almost looking at something under a magnifying glass. I feel like it's you. And then Page of Pentacles can be like nitpicky energy. It's almost like the fear of making the wrong decision, right? And so I feel for some of you, that's, something that could be holding you back at this time. I'm not calling you out here. I'm just saying. And the Chariot, even, it's like he is walking away from what he has always known, or he's being pulled away. There's a city behind him that he is leaving. He doesn't really know where he's going. These two sphinxes, they kind of represent mystery, and they are also guiding him. They also represent the universe because they're not attached to the Chariot at all. And, he's just trusting that he's being guided in the right direction. They are also holding on to their tails here, Aquarius, and it kind of represents the fact that they have a good handle on the past. It's like the universe, kind of like what I'm picking up here is I feel like the universe has, seen what you have gone through in the past, and the universe is asking you to be more focused on the future here, and it's also asking you to make a decision. I'm getting this like indecisive energy here. It's like you actually do know what to do very clearly, Queen of Swords. If you're having a hard time making a choice here between, 2 of anything, 3 of anything, whatever, it could be more than that. It's like you know exactly what to do, but for some of you, I feel like moving forward is like a little bit of a challenge here. So what I would say to you here, Aquarius, is number one, I feel like the whole entire reading is saying you're right. You know exactly what to do. Like I said, 2 sixes. If you've been watching me for a while, I love 2 sixes, especially when they come up next to each other. To me, 2 sixes is like a straight path. It's like there's nothing in your way. You can just blast forward. Then we go this way here to the Ace of Swords. It's like a victory. You're aiming, the direction that you are aiming is exactly right, is what that's saying. So let's see where this is going here, Aquarius, and what the problem is. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Hierophant here, inside the box thinking. And the other problem with the Hierophant is it's like the bridge between the universe and the earth. He is the bridge between those two things. It's like if we have this goal, dream, something you want to accomplish with the World card. It's like you could be thinking, I want to manifest this thing in my life, or I want to create this whatever that you're thinking about. But then you're like, how the hell do I get it down to earth? That is the problem with the Hierophant. The Hierophant can represent rules, regulations. The Chariot represents rules or regulations. It's like if he's going down the road in a chariot, he can't just like go off the road, right? He has to like stick to the path that he is on. He can't go off into the woods because it's a freaking chariot. It'll like fall apart, right? It's not, meant to go off-roading. So I feel for a lot of you, it's like there are certain rules and regulations that you're having to like stick to at this time, or there are certain institutions that might be getting in the way of some sort of goal that you have. And wasn't it you last week I was talking about breaking the rules? I'm pretty sure it was you, Aquarius, or somebody, I don't know. And but again, I get that feeling for you here, where it's like you're not breaking rules or anything like that. You're just having to operate within the rules that you have, that have been put in front of you here with the Chariot. So I feel that for a lot of you. But at the same time, I feel like for some of you, it's like you just have to go on some sort of journey here with the Chariot. It's like the Hierophant is too much inside the box. With the Chariot, you have the Strength card. Yeah, it's like something that you're doing is going to require strength, I feel here, Aquarius, in a lot of ways. It's like, for some of you, it's like maybe you're moving past a marriage here. Hierophant, Queen of Swords, Six of Swords, Ace of Swords, cutting something out. So maybe some of you are going through a divorce or a separation. It's kind of like traditionally, maybe on a traditional level with the Hierophant, you believe that you should stay married. I don't know, everybody has different beliefs, right? And but at the same time, it's like I feel like you need to break outside that box. For others, it's like maybe you're stuck in business or work, and maybe you know that it's going to require a certain level of work. And this is like saying break outside the box, put in the work, right? With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Page of Swords here. Too much thinking with the Page of Swords. Like I said, I feel like you know exactly what you want. It's kind of funny because deep down inside, I feel like saying you're right. That's just what I feel your reading is saying. It's like you know what you want. There's really nothing holding you back, even if you feel like there is. The Hierophant, again, rules, regulations, institutions, government, the list goes on and on with the Hierophant of like things that could be holding you back. The Hierophant is meant to represent a rite of passage. So is the Six of Swords. Both cards represent a rite of passage. He has 3 levels to his crown. It kind of represents 3 things. 3 different stages of something, of learning or of going through something. Six of Swords is like they have to go through the choppy waters to get to the other side, right? But they're still in choppy waters. And then Ace of Swords, there's your victory here in this diagonal. But again, I can't get over the fact that I feel some of you are almost it's like you are having to maybe put yourself through something to get to the other side. In the area of the unexpected, you have this diligence card, basically just a card of paying attention to the small details. Not really unexpected, but what I would say is during a Mercury retrograde, I just said it to another sign. I don't remember who, but during a retrograde, I think that things can fly by us very, very quickly. We could have like good opportunities that are presented to us, but because of the confusion or whatever during a retrograde, they can just go zipping right by, right? So I feel that this could be saying there are great opportunities for you to do things that you want to do, but you're really going to have to pay attention with this energy here. You have the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Seven of Wands showing up here. For some of you, I do feel like there could be opportunity for you to travel or move, and this would be maybe for work or business with the Queen of Pentacles. Could be for anything else, but again, I feel like you're going to have to pay attention. It's like maybe you don't really have the money to travel, but it's like maybe there's some sort of crazy deal because like the whole Corona thing going on, right? It's like maybe there's some sort of crazy deal on travel that you could take advantage of it at this time. But it's like it's probably going to be one of those things where you're going to have to jump on it very, very quickly. And like I said, during retrogrades, we can have these opportunities that kind of come by very quickly. For others, the Queen of Pentacles, for some reason, again, I do not recommend gambling. I'm actually against gambling in the first place. But what I would say here is this is the story that's popping into my head. It's like if you're gambling and you win a bunch of money, you should probably quit while you're ahead, right? You should probably take your money and leave. I get that for somebody out there. I'm not saying you're gambling. I'm just saying there's like going to be some sort of opportunity where I feel like you need to kind of take your money or take your energy off the table. It's not a very clear message, but the whole gambling thing popped into my head here, Aquarius, where it's like you could be up on something, energy, time, whatever. You could be at a high note, right? And I feel it's time for you to move on to the next thing here, and kind of like quit while you're ahead. I don't know. It's a weird message. I'm not going to lie. For others, I'm getting a lot of things here, but for the most part, I feel like what's unexpected is that you're going to be moving past something a lot faster than you think with the Six of Swords. I also feel what's unexpected as well is you could be getting very clear about your boundaries. Like, so let's say you're trying to make a decision. For some of you, I do feel like this could be you trying to pick between two people in love. I feel like I've said this to you before here. So some of you could be dating and you're like trying to pick the right person. I feel like the Seven of Wands is pretty easy because the Seven of Wands says that maybe there are certain boundaries that you have in relationships. One person probably crosses those boundaries, the other person doesn't. And, to me, that makes it a very easy choice, right? So I feel like it's saying basically trust what you already know, and that's going to lead to the best decision with the Seven of Wands. Let's see where this is going for you here, Aquarius. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Lovers and the Page of Pentacles popping out there, Aquarius. So definitely could be new love coming in for you, obviously, Page of Pentacles. You have here, and then it popped out. You saw it pop out there, right there, Aquarius. So could be new love. Page of Pentacles to me could be like communication coming in for you here. So I do feel some of you could be, and we have a lot of cards of communication here, Ace of Swords as well. So some of you could be receiving unexpected love communication. Like I said, I do feel like some of you could be picking between two people. If you're picking between two people, the Lovers does say pick the new path, Again, I'm not telling you what to do, and you have free will. So, if you want to pick someone that you've already been with or whatever, that's up to you. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But again, the Lovers is a card of kind of like picking the new path or picking the new, the newer energy, so to speak. So, that's, there you go. I don't know where I was going with that. With the Six of Swords here, you have the Seven of Pentacles and the King of Wands here. Seven of Pentacles, is the juice worth the squeeze? Again, deep down inside, I feel if you're trying to make a choice, that one situation just isn't worth it. It's like you're not getting what you put into it. That's what this card says. Seven of Pentacles isn't really an answer. Seven of Pentacles says you are or you aren't. You either are getting what you put into it or you're not. He is trying to make that decision. He's saying, I put all this work to grow these pentacles. Was it worth it? Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. He has to make that choice. So I feel for a lot of you, it's kind of like you're saying, is the juice worth the squeeze? The King of Wands, I feel, is you making a more bold decision. Again, I feel what could be unexpected this month is kind of like your boldness, like how I feel like you could be surprising yourself at how decisive you actually are. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Knight of Swords here. The Knight of Swords is like rushing energy, so I definitely wouldn't rush anything during a retrograde in the first place. But I do feel, I also feel like there's communication coming in for you. But again, I feel like what is surprising is how quickly you are going to make a decision. I feel like you've been making this decision for like a year or longer. So is it really quickly? Maybe not, but I feel like what you're settling on, I don't even think you're settling. Here, you're making a much better choice. We know this because 2 6s, Ace of Swords. This last row is amazing. At the end here, for advice for your retrograde, you have the Come to the Edge card. I would push yourself as far as you possibly can at this time. I would try to grow those muscles. Like I was saying, push yourself a little bit farther each and every day, and you'll end up more successful, plain and simple. Not to brag about myself, but it's like literally every single day on this channel for like the last year and a half or however long it's been since, I was stuck at like 40,000 subscribers for, 2 years. And, then I just made the decision to make one change every single day. And some of these changes nobody even sees, right? Because they're all behind the scenes, like on YouTube. And since I did that, now I'm at like 540,000 or whatever I am now. So what I would say here is it works. The whole like one improvement every single day. I'm literally starting another channel in a podcast that is like dedicated to this. That's like how much it has changed my life in such a short period of time. And again, it's going to be free. That's the best part about it. So if you ever wanted to learn about it, there you go. But what I would say here is like one improvement every single day, and really like, growing those muscles is all you need to do. It's going to lead to a lot of positive changes. You have the World, the Six of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Really positive. This is your card in a lot of ways. You show up right here in this top corner, Aquarius. So I feel like there's a lot of accomplishments coming in for you here. I feel like you're accomplishing a lot, and I also feel like you're getting ready to start a new journey. I mean, when you hit the world, it's like you start over as the fool. We're always reliving the cycle, no matter what. We're always starting as a fool, ending at the world, and we just keep going through these cycles. Hopefully, each time you start as a fool, you've learned a little bit more from the last cycle, so you can, kind of have a more successful one in the future. And that's kind of like what I feel is going on here. But during this retrograde, again, I would focus on getting attention. For those of you that are working in like business or whatever, I feel like if you have a business, great. If you have a career or a job, getting positive attention with the Six of Wands is always a good idea. Usually positive attention with the Six of Wands can lead to like a raise or a promotion. So like in work or career, like doing extra things, working extra hours, trying to do things to stand out to your boss or your mentor or whatever is always a good idea with the Six of Wands. Same thing with love. Getting positive attention is always a good idea with the Six of Wands. The Ace of Swords, same thing. I mean, Ace of Swords is victory. It could be a card of attention, but I just feel like there's some sort of victory coming in for you here with the Ace of Swords. But Aquarius, let's clarify this and see. With the World here, you have the High Priestess. I would trust your intuition at this time. The High Priestess is kind of like a card of mysteries as well. I am getting something about cycles. I mean, she has this moon here, and she is very attuned to the moon. So I feel like some of you could be kind of just noticing cycles, like moon cycles, basically. And with the Six of Wands, you have the Empress, glow-up vibes here, Aquarius. I feel like you're very attractive at this time. Like I was saying, attention. I feel like you need to get as much attention as you possibly can. Doesn't matter what gender you are, either. But definitely a lot of abundance coming in for you. And with the Ace of Swords, you have the Three of Pentacles. Success, quality work. There's like a lot of positive attention coming in for you. I would say I kind of really feel, for the most part, this is like mostly work energy. So anything you do in work or business, Three of Pentacles really says it's time to kind of put it out to the world. It's a card of quality work. He's done the work, but he's standing on this bench here, and it kind of represents the fact that he needs to bring it out into the world. He needs to kind of step off the bench and bring his work out. Like, he needs to show the world all the good stuff that he has done. So for a lot of you, I feel like it's kind of like time to show off your work is what I'm getting here. But again, like I said, same thing in love, for sure. If you're looking for love, Three of Pentacles is a card of like teamwork and love as well. To me, actually, I love the Three of Pentacles as far as love is concerned, because it's like, getting into a relationship where it's like you're building each other up, you're creating something of quality. It is a card of quality work. So it's like two people who really want to create something of quality. But that's that. Amazing. We're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards now here, Aquarius. And we're going to do 1, 2, and 3. Feel free to pause the reading if you need time to think of your questions 1, 2, and 3. If you don't have questions, I'm putting them all together as well. For question number 1, I would say yes, King of Cups. So yes, I feel like this is talking about your emotions, and I feel like it's saying your emotions are guiding you at this time. Like in this middle row that we have right here, it's like, whatever this is a victory. It's like whatever this thought is, something that is going to require you to be bold, assertive. Again, Chariot is the card of hard control. The Strength card, it's funny because the Chariot is a card of hard control. The Strength card is a card of soft control. And you have both cards of control showing up here in the reading. And so there are other cards of control, but like the Emperor, but that's controlling. That's not control. 2 different words, right? So what I would say here is it's almost like you know exactly what you need to do or what you want to do, but you're going to have to be brave, assertive, and you're going to have to really go for something. But I would say yes. For question number 2, I would say no. I feel like you're walking away from something here. And for question number 3, Empress, damn, Aquarius. Definitely a lot of abundance coming in for you. I feel like you're almost working towards Empress energy, Empress status. And again, it doesn't matter what gender you are. I feel like you're just working towards creating abundance. I feel like you should focus on creation as well. Too much of like a logical energy over here. So what I would say is sometimes if we're becoming too logical, we need to step more into the Empress side of things and become more creative. Like, it's okay to be logical and have all these ideas, but it's like if you're not creative, you're not bringing them into reality. And that's what I feel like the Empress is asking you to do here. But damn, Aquarius, really good reading. So I feel like things are going to go really well for you. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.